getting relief supplies into the northeastern section of Dominica, because roads were so far, and because the roads, they were damaged, and so we move a lot of items, Antigua and Barbuda specifically, but with the support of the other aid agencies as well, to get that supply into the airport once it was open. So it will be ferried from the airport to those communities that were close by, that were very hard hit, and it was a very short distance for helicopters to move the supplies from the airport to them as well. The support that was put on the table, that brought to the table by UNFPA, was quite significant, and there was a unique easiness in coordination with them, because they came across as understanding the role, and we didn't get the kind of initial pushback that we had from some of the other aid agencies. And so once we said, look, this is what you're bringing to the table, these are the national entities, you need to plug into them. And so once they will plug in, they come back and report, and so that went very, very smooth. Again, the issue with wanting to provide direct help to Barbudans in Barbuda became a reality, because the Barbudans that were supposed to be in Barbuda are in Antigua. The biggest challenge for UNFP and all the others was this. We evacuated a little over 16,000 people. There were only 300 or so in 2 main shelters. The others were scattered across the country in several hundred locations. And that became a logistical nightmare. And so what you find is that initially we had a concern where those in the 2 main shelters, their needs were met, and trying to find the others in a common space becomes a challenge. And so what happened, as they come through on a daily basis to collect their rations and other needed items, the message could have been spread and say, okay, there's going to be a meeting at location X or location Y. But getting the message is one thing, getting transportation is another. And so when the partner agencies partner and provide a stipend for those who weren't employed by council, that significantly bridge a gap for those victims who were removed from their place of residence, some with just a shirt on their backs, and not knowing how they'll be able to fend for themselves. And so once the government took on that responsibility, we made it absolutely clear to UNFP and the others, we need your support. This is the situation. Tell us where you can help. And that's when they started cutting up, carving out their own niche, and providing very important assistance. Whereas we had a team of local councillors, primarily from a religious standpoint, and a smaller scale in the social service division of government, they primarily dealt with general counseling. And so in terms of psychosocial and those type of services, they were very quickly able to work with the Ministry of Social Transformation to identify the needs, where they were, and how they're going to provide that service. One of the challenges we face very early is there was an unsubstantiated rumor, for example, that indicated that there may be sexual harassment in one of the shelters. And they were the first to jump out and indicate that, hey, this is something that we could deal with, and they dealt with it. It turned out that the specific report could not be verified, and so I was very pleased, because it's something that haunts me